Well, I didn't see all the debate. Obviously, the first hour we were on the air. But I saw what I saw, and then we went back and watched some of it, right, Mr. Producer? And I missed, we did, in the third hour, some of the best part of it. Now, there's no question DeSantis won that debate. There's no question Haley came in last. Megyn Kelly has said the same thing. She looked like a deer in the headlights when DeSantis caught her repeatedly on lies, whether it was the bathroom and so forth, and gender changing. She's a lib. She's not even a rhino now. I've decided she's a lib. But that doesn't matter. Second was Vivek. And, of course, Chris Christie has a mental issue. He really does. He's slobbering all over the place. He's yelling. He's lecturing. If you don't agree with him, then obviously there's something wrong with you. He's very excited about the possibility that a rogue prosecutor and a rogue judge in a Democrat courtroom, that's what it'll be, might convict Donald Trump. He's very excited about that. He's a pig. I'm not talking about his looks. I'm saying he's a pig. He's a torpedo. And I'm going to predict that at one point he's going to get out and back Haley. That his supporters and his donors are going to say, get out and back Haley. That's my guess. But we'll see what happens. Chris Christie couldn't get elected dog catcher in New Jersey today. I love when they say it's a parent's right to mutilate their child. Is it a parent's right to sleep with their child? Is it a parent's right to rape their child? Is it a parent's right to sell their child into slavery? And he pretends he's some kind of libertarian or capitalist or something. It's bizarre. He has no philosophy. He says it's Reagan. No, it's not. He's a Bush guy. It's Bush. Why wouldn't he say that? Bush hired him at Justice. Bush gave him the U.S. Attorney's job. He doesn't even have loyalty to George W. Bush. He's a fraud and a phony and a freak. Now, I have to say this about Vivek Ramaswamy. He is entertaining as hell. Again, I want to make it clear. DeSantis was the winner. And not even close. He's got a record to run on. He's got a conservative record. He's got a common sense record. Nikki Haley does not. That's why she never brings up her record. Tim Scott had to bring up her record before. DeSantis has to bring up her record now. And then she lies. I never said that. It's on videotape, for crying out loud. Didn't we post it and play it, Mr. Producer? Yesterday. On the sex change stuff. I don't think there should be a law. I think, okay, why don't you stand up for your position? She's done the same thing with Communist China. She's done the same thing with these corporatists. She did the same thing with Disney. But then we have this guy Langone. He's sitting there, one of the billionaires from Home Depot. Not the good one, like Bernie Marcus. The other one. Him and the other schlub that owns the Atlanta Falcons. Sitting there, Yeah, I met with her, and she's the real deal. And I'm thinking about throwing in and endorsing her. He's a rhino. Ken Marcus is a solid constitutional conservative. I don't know what the hell the guy is with the Atlanta Falcons. It doesn't much matter to me. Anyway, I thought this was pretty interesting. Chris Christie, Vivek Ramaswamy at the debate yesterday. Cut 25. Go.
You do this at every debate.
I'll tell you exactly what I want.
Don't interrupt me. I didn't interrupt you. Okay? You say this.
About how you do this.
You do this at every debate. You go out on the stump and you say something. All of us see it on video. We confront you out on the debate stage. You say you didn't say it, and then you back away. And I want to say
exactly what I said, Chris.
I'm not done yet.
Well, this
now
is
look.
This is nonsense. This man is spewing. This man is spewing nonsense.
Let me tell you something. This is the fourth debate that you would be voted in the first 20 minutes as the most obnoxious blowhard in America. So
let's stop there. Let's stop there. So this clown is always attacking Donald Trump for the way he speaks, for how he, quote-unquote, attacks people. But this guy is a hothead. And what you should notice from this is his temperament. He gets very angry very fast. You can't have that in the White House. And he's sanctimonious about it. Sanctimonious. He says the man he respects is Ronald Reagan. Would Ronald Reagan ever say that? Would he? He'd have a funny line, or he'd say something and so forth and so on. Go ahead.
We're going to let you respond to that. We're going to let you respond to that. Let him finish.
I want to say something else. We're now 25 minutes into this debate, and he has insulted Nikki Haley's basic intelligence, not her positions.
Oh, whatever you do. Here he's coming to the defense of Nikki Haley. See, this is a scam. He's going to wind up backing her. He's questioned her intelligence. Oh, okay. Donald Trump's been called Hitler. You don't come to his defense. Donald Trump has been called Mussolini. You don't come to his defense. Donald Trump has been called Stalin. You don't come to his defense. Mussolini. You're rooting a bogus prosecution of Donald Trump. Oh, but don't question Nikki Haley's intelligence. Why not? Why not? Everything's okay when he attacks Donald Trump. Everything is on the table when he attacks Donald Trump. But when you deal with Nikki Haley, you got to have mittens on, you see. How dare you question her intelligence? Why is that over the line? He can live or die with his comments. People will like them or they won't like them, but why can't he say that? Why can't he say that? Like, Chris, I think you're a moron. Mr. Producer sent a request for Nikki Haley to appear on our show. And Mr. Producer, open your microphone, please. You don't have one. Okay. But you showed it to me, and they said no. You reached out to Chris Christie's campaign for the 400th time, and they said no. And I'm sure all the media outlets will cover this. Ramaswamy contacts us from time to time. I put him on. DeSantis contacts us from time to time. I put him on. We actually contacted Christie's campaign. No, thank you. We contacted Haley's campaign. She's busy meeting with, the Wall Street billionaires. Nah, she's a little too busy. Why? Go ahead.
Intelligence. She doesn't know regions. She wouldn't be able to find something on a map that his 3-year-old could find. Look, if you want to disagree on issues, that's fine. And Nikki and I disagree on some issues.
What is this? What is this? What is he there for? I mean, seriously, folks, why is he there? He's not going to be president. He's not going to be the nominee of the Republican Party. It's not going to happen. He's not even going to come close. He may squeak out a victory in New Hampshire. I doubt it. But why does that matter? He's not running a nationwide campaign. He sits at the same diner, eating the same cheeseburger every day. Well, I don't know that, but it seems like that. So he's running for president of New Hampshire. But why is he there? And who's funding him? Democrats and billionaires. To go on there and do what? To trash Trump. He's a phony and a fraud candidate. That's what he is. And then he gets up there. I'm in charge here, don't you know? I'm the one in charge here. He's more like Jackie Gleason. I love Jackie Gleason, by the way. But he's Jackie Gleason in character, if you know what I mean. The character, the bus driver. He's a buffoon. He wants to engage Vivek Ramaswamy. He wants to get attention. I mean, he's on TV all the time. MSNBC, CNN, some of our hosts on Fox love the guy. He'll go anywhere. But what is he running? What is he doing? Trashing Trump. That's it. Trashing Ramaswamy. Why? Ramaswamy, I'm just being honest, he's not going anywhere, not even as the second-tier candidate. Because this is the only way he can get attention. Some level of relevance. But he's not relevant. Go ahead.
I'll tell you this, I've known her for 12 years, which is longer than he's even started to vote in a Republican primary. And while we disagree about some issues and we disagree about who should be president of the United States.
Every time this guy opens his mouth and methane escapes, you can see why Donald Trump's decision not to go on that stage was brilliant. Was brilliant. Not because he's a coward, but because he'd have to deal with this loudmouth blowhard. Why lower yourself to that level? This guy pretends he's highbrow. This guy was backed by Peggy Noonan, who thinks she's highbrow. Now, does he seem presidential to you, America? He's losing his mind on stage. Now, if he's going to support Nikki Haley, just support her. Notice he doesn't run on his record either. High taxes. Pension systems about to die. Massive regulations. People leaving New Jersey for where? Florida. He's destroyed that state, just like this guy Murphy's destroyed the state. All the Democrats destroyed the state. Look, my wonderful mother-in-law, her home is there. For a long, long time. And she has said often, if I could pick up this home and this property, move it elsewhere, I'd do it in 2 seconds. I go to the little towns in New Jersey. I go to the delis. I like the corned beef sandwiches. I go to little bagel shops. I like the bagels. There's nothing like restaurants in New Jersey, New York, and so. But that said, you should hear what people say to me who recognize me. Blue-collar people, working-class people, they cannot stand Christie. Or Biden, for that matter. Go ahead.
Don't disagree on is this is a smart, accomplished woman, and you should stop insulting
So
her.
I'm going to take several times over. So first of all,
And there we go with number one, the wokeism. Number two, sort of the reverse misogyny. There's Christie standing up for the woman. Really? That doesn't help Nikki Haley. If you want to be president of the United States, you got to stop this stuff about gender. You got to stand up for yourself and speak. And if you know Ramaswamy is going to come at you, you should be smart enough, and your staff should be smart enough to have answers, to have one-liners, to be prepared. You're debating. You've been a governor. You were a state legislator. You don't need Christie to bull his way in. It doesn't help you. Christie is kryptonite in the Republican Party. Christie's not running to be president. He's running to destroy Donald Trump. That's why he's running. That's why he praises Jack Smith, the special prosecutor. That's why he praises Judge Chutkan indirectly. That's why he can't wait for a Democrat pro-Biden jury to be set, to be seated, and for Donald Trump, in one of the most horrendous abuses of power by any administration in American history, to get him convicted, you see. Go ahead.
learn something from Christie. We learned three things. We learned three things right there. First of all, Christie also doesn't know what provinces in eastern Ukraine he actually wants us to fight for. Chris, your version of foreign policy experience was closing a bridge from New Jersey to New York.
Yeah.
So do everybody a favor. Just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal, and get the hell out of this race.
I'm sorry. I think that so far that's the best line of the primary, don't you, Mr. Producer? Sounds like me.